lanes. All I ever do is ball, main. I am not a rapper, they all lame. I am not dope, I'm hard. Wait, I can power up and level up at any moment. Spitting like a semi, only give me semicolon. Couple zeros like I'm sending yell nets. Every flow is unmatched and I better get set in. Finish them. Mess around with me and I diminish them all. Even if I ever did the minimum all. In the end result, I'm better killing them all. Rogue one, but I got a team with me. Bad man when I got a team with me. I get mean, I get green. Show the whole game what's never been seen. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Miami Dolphins and the Seattle Seahawks. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And we are underway from the Superdome. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the former fourth-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll run it now out of the gun. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
57, Mike, 57. Small. 57's the Mike, watch 57. I hope you brought your 57's Mike.
Fitzpatrick. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's get off the field, D. He's checking. Strong. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
They'll try to throw here, Fitzpatrick. He's airing it out for Williams. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Preston Williams, 63 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, the underdog here is showing no fear. Great opening drive.
Now, we weren't in the locker room for the pregame speech, but I will guarantee you, somewhere along the way, the head coach said, let's just grab a big stick and smack them with it and let them know we're going to be here today. They may be the team that's supposed to be superior, but we're not backing down to anyone.
And on the road, no less, setting the tone.
Man, how you gonna run a cover 2 and have goddamn bring your safeties all the way down, knowing your corner goddamn got the goddamn flat. What are you doing? Your safety, one safety got one half, the other safety got the other half. You know this, man.
And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Wilson, the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 21. From the shotgun, Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Charles Harris leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. He'll buy some time right. He'll run it. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down. Play action. It's Wilson. Charles Harris able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
How about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on third down, and you make the home crowd go.
There's a hush indeed.
55, Mike, 55. Pick it up. Pick it up. Mike 55. And watch that. And watch the ball. Gun. 55. Mike 55. Here we go. Gun.
Here we go on fourth with Wilson. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Charles Harris. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Breaking the huddle, first and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position. Throwing Fitzpatrick. It's Williams on the catch. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Preston Williams with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson, 82 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers, and that'll make our score 14-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is fielded at the goal line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Miami first down on a 14-yard pickup. Fitzpatrick on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Now Balaj. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. Fitzpatrick now from the 50. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Well, they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Balaj. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
You draw fourth.
Second and 6.
Watch the shit. Watch the shit. Watch the shit. Big dash. Big dash. Come. Switch.
They'll run here with Balazs.
No!
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
That's a gain of 3. Brings up third and 3.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
14.
By 20. Watch the slap. Watch the slap. Watch the slap. Hey, color. Better free. You better free. I'm letting you know right now. You better.
On third down, Laird. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a fourth down.
There you go. Get down.
They'll try and run with Balazs. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on fourth down. A first down throw for Fitzpatrick. And a big loss here as he's taken down with a sack at Ziggy Ansah.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 6 on the run. It'll be third down now with still a long way to go to get to the first down marker.
Push him back.
3rd and long for Ryan Fitzpatrick.
No!
Sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Ziggy Ansah picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. On fourth down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. This is Carson. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run the counter. It's Carson, and he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Who we got? Block that.
They'll indeed go for him with Wilson. He's got Lockett. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. First down is around. Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Wilson going to throw again, being chased out left. And he's going to keep it here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. On first down, Carson, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
14.
Now it's Wilson, rolling to his right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side.
No!
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 66 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Myers connects on the PAT, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again. Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Fitzpatrick. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to about the 19. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Hey, 5-0. Here we go. Hey, Mike's 50. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Now it's Lockett. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. So they hit the ball before it went 10 yards. I know that's tough, but you got to stay disciplined.
It is difficult because you're so eager to go get the football. It's that type of a play, but you're exactly right. Have to have the discipline to let it go 10 first.
Now Wilson on first down. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. I call it no gain there on the first down play. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They run it with Carson. And he's got some space here. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Chris Carson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
He's crashing. He's checking. Back. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Hey, watch it.
They'll run on first down. Laird. It was Jaron Reed who got him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down now, Laird. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
It's now 3rd and 10.
Check 25. Check 25.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
3rd and short yardage, Fitzpatrick. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first. To throw is Fitzpatrick. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Kalen Balaj, 32 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
On third down, it's Carson. He'll have a first down past the 40. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 47 yards. Well, this game's ripe for the taking, and that run, I think it means he wants to take it.
Not only does he want to take it, he doesn't care what they're going to do on the defensive side of the ball. You can be prepared for him. He's coming at you anyway.
55! 55! Go 14.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward, and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and 12, Wilson flushed out right. It's caught, Lockett. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Carson. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So on now comes the kicker. It's Jason Myers. This to break our 4th quarter tie. Myers' kick is good. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Laird. The tackle made by K.J. Wright. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down, Fitzpatrick eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 21 yards. He's back to throw. A quick throw, but incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal. Here's Fitzpatrick. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score, and he says,
and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. On first down, Laird. And he stopped immediately there. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Fitzpatrick to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. So now after the sack, 3rd and long, and Fitzpatrick and company a little work to do. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. 2 huge plays there down the stretch. The sack on 2nd down. Now they force the incompletion. That's going to lead to a do-or-die 4th down.
And they look like they've got the confidence right now that no matter what gets thrown against them, whatever play gets run, they have the ability to shut it down. They're just brimming with it right now.
4th down, Fitzpatrick. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Jadeveon Clowney. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one.
55. Check 55. Mike. Here we go.
They'll run on first down. Carson, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline because you came here and you said you were not going to eat any of the media buffet. You made it to the end. You didn't consume a single calorie.
I appreciate that. What you missed is me going to the concession stand outside of your eyesight and getting it done that way. Look, I mean, they were serving the good stuff. I had to do it.
Oh, man, but you're svelte, in good shape, but you cheated a little bit. We'll let it slide.
I appreciate that. always a pleasure to work with you.
So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. Till next time, we say so long from the Bayou.
Ladies and gentlemen. Green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Potts, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter rock. Turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space it out your mind. Can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, passing your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. This will be taken very short. And an alley to run. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Well, that return gives him a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
56 is the mic. Everyone pretty quiet.
First carry now for Alexander Madison. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Cousins now. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and it's 3rd down.
After that throw, and it was definitely one that he would love to have back, I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys, that's what they do. They have little triggers that when the mechanics are off or if they make a bad throw, that they go to that place to get themselves back in sync.
3rd and long for Cousins. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jaquiski Tartt, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, First interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
White.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Got the connection here aboard. Touchdown, 49ers. Kendrick Bourne, 36 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Now they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Check hot route. Hot. 2. Listen to me. Here we go.
They just do get the playoff. Now Cousins. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Pretty solid coverage there by the All-Pro Richard Sherman. Able to get a hand in. Diggs unable to reel that in, and he might find things a little difficult in this one. He's got to go against Richard Sherman, and that is certainly no picnic.
And for years, when I've watched Richard Sherman trying to get to the heart of what's made him such a great player on the corner, I come back to one thing. Takes very few false steps, and he gets that out of film study and understanding the receivers and the type of routes they can run against him.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing, Cousins. Going deep for Diggs. And got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 33 yards that time. From the gun, here's Cousins. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Cousins now to throw on first down. Looking for the end zone. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. A 2nd down throw for Cousins. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. This one taken in by Olabisi Johnson. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Bailey's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
11.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Got a man. He finds Sanders. A big gain of 38 there on 3rd down. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple down inside the 35 to the 34. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
12.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down. Coleman now. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Sponge. 11.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
13.
On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. It's Coleman here, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run, and the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Now, let's not forget that was all set up by the 4th down conversion earlier in the drive.
Would have been a complete letdown if the drive doesn't culminate this way, wouldn't it? If you're going to go for it on 4th down, your intention is to make sure you get a touchdown out of the drive, and that's exactly what they did. Converted, and then converted a 2nd time for 6 points.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Cousins. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Cousins gives way to Cook, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion in the field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive,
the Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12. To throw is Cousins. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll kick it away for the second time. On the return, it's James. 35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go, baby. Turn over. Get that ball. Hey, alert.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And some room to run now. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Tevin Coleman on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Just like that. Hey, switch gears. Recon, 132 fighter. What's that?
Cousins on 3rd and 2. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. A first down throw for Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D Ford, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
I know, he's easy.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Cousins. And the pressure gets to him again. Nick Bosa, he's the one that drops him this go-around. And that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long.
36. Wait, you're on the off. Here you go. Wide.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And Diggs has it. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A big pickup, 18 yards, but they still stop him well short of the marker.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. 4th and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half, decided if there was a time to be aggressive, now was it, because there's still time to make up for it if things don't go right. Of course, a lot of questions on this one, and look, I want to go for it as much as anyone.
But 4th and long?
Yeah, I don't think I would have there. That one seemed a little bit on the irrational side.
Fans might be a little angry at that one. So we've hit intermission. It's